All right, so here we are, day 2. Took me an extra day to get this done, but bottom line is I'm accomplishing it. So I won't beat myself up, but I got to get back to the routine. So here's day 2 from the T. Harv Eker Gorilla Bootcamp. Here's the notes that I took and how I'm applying it to my speaking business. I hope it helps you with your speaking business. First thing he said was 90% of all people in business don't even know the basics of business. And unfortunately for people who are speakers coming into the business world without previous business owning experience or running it, that really is true. And he used the analogy of like in basketball, you have to know how to dribble, shoot, and pass. And so many people are trying to do these advanced marketing techniques and they don't know the basics. We need to get to the basics. And he also started hanging around with people who thought bigger than he did. And he hung around with Mark Victor Hansen, and when he told Mark's dream of 100,000 copies for Secrets of the Millionaire Mind, when he came out with it, Mark said, why not 100 million? And it's funny watching T. Harv tell that story because seeing his aha and his mind expand. So we need to hang out with people who think bigger than us and get us to grow and stretch. That's what I'm doing myself, and it's not comfortable, but if we're going to remain comfortable, we're not going to grow anywhere with our business. He also reminded me, solving problems, that's what business is about. Let's see. Also talked about percentages, looking at your business, breaks down into production, promotion, and operations. He said that the average of most businesses, not including huge corporations, but small businesses, production is about 30% of time and energy and effort. Promotion is 20%, and operations 50%. Now, he said what it should be is it should be production 20%, promotion 60%, operations 20%. So that's where I'm trying to go with my business as well. Let's see. Here's something he kept reinforcing, and it's like a huge duh for all of us. He said you only get paid when you sell something. That's the only time money exchanges, whether it's a speech or a product, whether it's in the back of the room or the internet. You only get paid when you sell it. Not when you create it, not when people look at it, not when people consider it. When you sell it. So one of my goals is to get up one YouTube clip per day. That's part of my goal. Okay, we need to take action. So I have a goal of 1 a day YouTube clips. That's what I'm going to be working on. Also some of the internet techniques that I need to do every single day that I've learned from Stephen Pierce. I need to delegate more of my production and operations. I really have been too much time consuming myself. And I also need to create a teleseminar. That's an entry into my Get Paid to Speak program. So I'm working on that. He said we need to put our attention into increasing revenue, increasing cash, and increasing profit, and bringing expenses down. Now again, that too seems simple, but are you sincerely putting your energy in those areas? Not working on writing a new book or something like that. That is part of it, but only a small part of it. Our biggest percentage of time and energy and effort should be in marketing. That's why here in Las Vegas, when I'm speaking locally, I just had a call the other day to do a speech at UNLV for the master's program, some master's students there in business. And I absolutely dropped everything because my best promotion is me out there speaking. That's my best promotion. I hope you look at it that way too. So even though it was for free, it doesn't matter, especially locally. Get your name out there. People need to see you. Get out and speak. Stage time, stage time, stage time. A great speaker once said. Okay. He also talked about in this economy, they're changing Peak Potentials, which is Harv's company. They went from 226 employees down to 61. Wow. So if he's doing that and doing more outsourcing, then I need to do that, especially myself, because right now I'm a one-man show. T. Harv's goal is to become the best in online programs. Less cost, less risk, less overhead. And I see myself doing more webinars as well. He said rich people also tend to offer high ticket items, meaning who makes more? For example, the Mercedes dealer and the Mercedes salesperson, or the Hyundai dealer or the Hyundai salesperson. So I'm going to be focusing, taking his ideas and focusing on creating bigger, more expensive, higher ticket items. It doesn't mean I won't do any lower ticket ones, but the lower ticket ones are going to lead people into the higher ticket ones. And also creating an infrastructure. I need the structure and the systems. That's really where I want to focus. I needed to hear that. Let's see. So I'm going to be focusing on creating a $2,500 package. That's next on my list. So look for that coming soon. But I need to, as T. Harv would say, I need to actually make a $5,000 package, but then promote it for $2,500, so people are getting more than their value. He also talked about creating wealth in business. Focused versus scattered. I am so guilty of this. So now what I've done is I put in my living room, when I'm working down there, a whiteboard of just my top priorities. I need to check email every day. I need to do certain things every day. But I'm not going to start on those until I take care of those big nuggets, those big check marks that I need to get done, because that's what's going to move my business forward, not checking emails. So I want to be more focused. I'm also focusing again on internet marketing. The funnel that I'm working on with Stephen Pierce, the mentoring that I invested in for that. That's really my main focus right now. And as I mentioned, I need to start outsourcing. That's what I'm doing. Bill Bartlett also spoke in day 2, and he had this great foundational phrase, as Craig would call it. He said, noise and chatter don't matter. Noise and chatter don't matter. It's what your actions are. What are you actually doing? Not I'm gonna. What did you? He also said, which was fascinating, I think great lesson to all of us, was to not just carry goals around with you, but carry a list of your successes. Actually write out some of your successes that, you know, if you're having a bad day or you have bad vibes, you look at that list of successes and the things you have done. That really brings you back to focusing on what's good and what worked and what you can do again. I remember when a powerful moment from being the greatest uncle my nephews ever had was when they were really little. They would run up when I would pull up in the driveway. They would run up and jump on me and hug me. And it was fascinating because my sister said that they didn't do that to their other uncles. And the more we thought about it, the more I realized that that came from when they were really, really little, is I would be the only uncle that went down on his hands and knees and played with them. So that's where I created that bond, and I think that's a nice little metaphor for all of us, that we need to be in there and connecting with our customers on that level. What do they want? And if we connect with them there, then everything else is going to work. We're going to create the things that they need, solve their problems, and then, and only then, will our business thrive. I hope you appreciated the notes from day 2. We'll see you tomorrow.